Here we have for sale our 2018 on a 67 plate Vauxhall Vivaro Sportive. This is the 2700 model, which refers to the gross vehicle weight of 2.7 tons. This is the 1.6 bi-turbo CDTI 125 brake horsepower model. This is the short wheelbase low roof. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Vauxhall Vivaro Sportive of this age, and we'll also talk you through a bit about the condition, service history, ownership, etc., seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. First thing to note, there is no VAT on this particular van, so huge saving for anyone who's not VAT registered. Big saving to be had there. Anyway, starting off here at the rear of the van, we can see that we've got rear barn doors. What I mean by that are two doors which open in that sort of fashion. Looking here on the rear barn doors, you can see the first thing here which has been added, and that is the deadlocks. You've also got deadlocks on the side loading door as well, and of course very handy for some extra security. In terms of condition of the rear barn doors, all looking in very good order. Of course you are going to get the odd stone chip here or there, shall I say? I don't know what was coming out then, but yeah, here or there you are going to get the odd little stone chip, odd hairline mark, but overall is looking really, really presentable. Even on the colour-coded rear bumper, which can often be prone to marks, all looking very good. Of course, you are going to get the odd tiny little thing like that here or there. Opening up the rear barn doors, then we can have a look at the load area in the back. As you open the rear barn doors, you'll see this handle here. If you pull on that handle, you can then open the rear doors up to their 180-degree position for maximum accessibility, and you can do exactly the same with both doors. And then looking in the back, you can see that the van is fully ply-lined. Of course, that is there to protect the van from any outward dent. So if you've got cargo in the back of here, you go around a corner and it falls over into the side, without the ply lining you're going to get a nasty outward dent, which you certainly want to avoid. But this ply lining, of course, it is used, but I've got to say it's looking really, really smart throughout. And of course you've got the factory fitted bulkhead there as well, with the opening hatch, which I'll talk you through in a bit more detail in just a moment. We've also got plenty of tie-down points as well, so you've got them all around the bulkhead, going up the sides, in the middle of the van just here, and also at the back as well. Plenty of tie-down points for tying that cargo down. In terms of condition of the inside of the doors, again, these sorts of areas here are areas that can often be, again, prone to damage and excess wear if the van has had a bit of a hard life, but this one certainly doesn't look like that at all. Looking really, really good condition so far, this van. Moving around then to the driver's side, and what we're going to do here is have a look down the driver's side, use the reflection of that Peugeot Expert there in the background to look for any dents or ripples or anything like that that I can see. Anything that I can see I will of course point out to you, but I've got to say it's looking really, really smart. Sportive comes with a 16-inch steel wheels with wheel trims. That's as the Sportive comes, and you get the Sportive badging on both front doors. Looking really, really smart. Right, let's open up the driver's door. Let's have a look at the spec that you get inside, because you get plenty of spec inside on a Sportive. So on top of the driver's door you get electric windows, electric mirrors. You can see here that we've got two full remote keys with the vehicle, and these are spare keys for the deadlocks there on the rear doors. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel on the right hand side here and the left hand side. These are the controls for your cruise control. You've also got buttons on the end of the stalk here that controls the onboard computer, which is up there in amongst the speedos. And then we've got the radio controls, and you can answer and hang up the phone there using that control there behind the steering wheel. Looking at the speedo here, you can see that the mileage is 50,602 miles, and the vehicle is running currently as well. So you can see there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. It's all idling correctly as it should be. Having a look at the driver's seat. Seats on this van look to be in really good order, of course, along with the rest of the van. No rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that, all looking really, really smart. Nice amount of adjustability as well, so you've got height adjustability there, using that. And of course you've got the nice driver's armrest as well, so you can get into a really nice position. One other thing I wanted to show you is the service history. So we have got the service book complete with the van. 2 services there with Vauxhall listed, one in April 2019 at 27,000 miles and then another one in April 2021 at 48,900 miles. So only done less than 2,000 miles ago with a Vauxhall dealer. Always nice to see a van that's been well maintained. 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with that 125 brake horsepower bi-turbo engine, so fantastic on the motorway, and combine that with your cruise control. And then you've got the radio controls here. You can see at the top here, DR1, that is for your DAB radio. You've also got a USB port on the right hand side, AUX port on the left hand side, and of course you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth as well. Air conditioning down here, you've got a nice little hidden cup holder just there, and then these 2 buttons you can turn off the start stop if you want to, and that is to toggle between your cruise control and a speed limiter if you want to. Up on top then you've got another USB port, a little coin holder just there as well, and you've got some adjustability with these passenger seats. So I can just quickly show you that if I move the service book out of the way. So first thing you can do, you can pull up the seats. You can do exactly the same with the other one there, and that gives you some access then underneath, either to your cargo which you're loading in through the loading hatch, or you can store some items under there as well. As I mentioned, you can do exactly the same with the other seat there. And this seat base, if you push on that handle just there, I can try and do this with one hand, 1 second. You can actually then fold this seat down, and that gives you a nice cup holder there in a good position. This is actually a removable clipboard, and then you've got some card storage here as well. So as I say, lots of adjustability and versatility with those passenger seats. Moving around then to the front of the van, we'll continue to have a look at the condition and any spec that is here. With the vehicle running, you can see that we've got these very nice daytime running lights there on both of the front lights. We've also then got the colour-coded front bumper to go along with the colour-coded rear bumper. You've also got colour-coded mirrors as well, and you get these side mold-ins colour-coded, which wouldn't be on the normal Vivaro. Front fog lights, and then in terms of condition here at the front, looking really smart as well. Of course, you're going to get the odd tiny little stone chip here or there, but all in all, looking really, really presentable. Same thing down below, a couple of very minor little stone chips, and the only mark which I have seen just going around here, there is a small mark here. This may even actually polish out. Does seem to be some light, a sort of a light graze along there. As I say, it may polish out. We will try and improve that, as I say, with some polish. Moving then down the passenger side of the vehicle, again, we can use the reflections here that are available from the building behind to see for any dents, ripples, anything like that. It's all looking really nice and straight. I'm going to be honest with you, this is in fantastic condition throughout this van. And then we'll open up the passenger seat, the passenger door here, and have a look at the floor here, step, all in really nice order. Same with the passenger seats, as we saw from the other side. Inside of that door card there is all looking really nice. Dashboard, there's no excessive scratching or anything like that there. You've actually got a bit of extra storage up on top, just there as well. And then I can show you the load through hatch and what sort of versatility you have here. So if I open up the side loading door, first let me show you how this hatch works. So once it's open, it clips onto the bulkhead here via a magnet. So you can close it like that, and then it simply clips onto there via a magnet. And then you can load through from the rear then into the front. And on a lot of vans, that's usually where it would end. But on a Vauxhall Vivaro, if you pull on this red tab here, that lifts a hatch up there, and what that allows you to do is load all the way through right into the passenger footwell. So this gives you an incredible load length. If you're carrying maybe a length of skirting or something along those lines, for those types of materials, it gives you a fantastic load length for a van of this size. I say, as simple as that, you can all revert back to the default settings. So, just to summarise, this is a 2018 on a 67 plate Vauxhall Vivaro Sportive. It's the 2700 model, which, as I say, is the gross vehicle weight of 2.7 tons. 1.6 bi-turbo CDTI, 125 brake horsepower engine, and it's the short wheelbase low roof. You've got the extras, which are the deadlocks on the back. Of course, it's fully ply lined in lovely, lovely condition. Vauxhall service history, which is always nice to find, and no VAT to pay. These Vivaros are fantastic on fuel. We find that for a medium-sized van, they are class leading in terms of fuel efficiency. And of course, this being on a 67 plate, it is also Euro 6, so you can take this into the ultra-low emission zone areas, such as central London, without having to pay the ultra-low emissions zone charges that may apply. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. So if there's anything that you may have that you'd like to part exchange, feel free to give us a call. Thank you very much for watching.